Hey, everybody. This is my second live stream ever. So I'm going to get right into it so I don't waste anybody's time. But I saw that Camille Vasquez, who represented Johnny Depp in the Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard defamation trial, did an interview on El Gordo Y La Flaca. It is a big kind of like the Today Show in Mexico. Everybody watches it. And I figured since I was born in Mexico and I speak Spanish, that maybe you guys would want me to translate it and just give a couple comments. I want to preface this stream by saying that I love Camille Vasquez. And I think she's doing something amazing, which is inspiring young women to hopefully want to become attorneys. And I think that it's amazing that she is representing Johnny Depp in this defamation, or that she represented and won for Johnny Depp in his defamation trial, because being defamed is terrible. And I filed a lawsuit against Taylor Lorenz and the New York Times for an article that I feel was defamatory about me. And if Camille Vasquez ever sees this stream, I hope that maybe she's available for some pro bono work. But you can also visit givesendgo.com/influences to support me. And anyway, let's get right into this.
Fue la protagonista del juicio más seguido de los últimos tiempos y se convirtió en toda una celebridad. Camille Vasquez es la abogada del actor Johnny Depp, de origen latino.
Okay, so he's saying that Camille Vasquez is the attorney of Johnny Depp with Latino origins.
Con quien hablé en exclusiva para que me contara la historia de su vida.
With who he spoke so that she could give him the story of his life, or her life, I'm sorry. And let me know if the audio is weird because my headphones aren't working.
¿Cómo ganó este juicio? Camille, primero que nada, felicidades. Enhorabuena. Ganaste quizás el juicio más importante en los Estados Unidos de una...
He's saying, congratulations for winning such an important case.
Artista, ¿cómo te sientes?
How do you feel?
Tengo mucha felicidad y
She's very happy.
estoy muy contenta más por él.
¿Qué representa
She's very happy, but mainly happy for Johnny.
para ti? Que ha habido juicios muy importantes a través de los años, no necesariamente igual que esto. Está el juicio de O.J. Simpson, está el...
There's been some very prominent cases, like the case of O.J. Simpson.
Juicio del Kennedy en Palm Beach, pero este juicio dice que fue visto
Kennedy's
por
judgment in Palm
millones
Beach.
de personas, no solo en televisión, sino los periódicos hablaban de esto.
He's saying that millions of people tuned into this case.
Todo el tiempo. Y tú, una mujer de descendencia hispana,
And you, a woman with a Hispanic background,
fue la principal del juicio este.
Sí,
you were one of the principals that got this judgment.
y es un gran honor
She said it's a great honor
para mí
for
poder
her
representar la comunidad hispana
to be able to represent the Hispanic community
y latina. Mis padres
and
son
Latinas.
de
Her parents are,
Cuba y de Colombia,
they're from Cuba and Colombia, her parents.
entonces es un gran honor para mí.
So it's a great honor for her.
Cuando tú le dijiste a tu mamá o a tu papá, oye, voy a hacer el juicio de Johnny Depp, ¿qué te dijeron?
When you told your mom and dad, hey, I'm going to be the attorney for Johnny Depp, what did they tell you?
¿Qué?
He said, what?
Me preguntaron, ¿qué vas
They
a
asked
hacer?
me, what?
Pero yo lo conozco a Johnny muchos años, ya más que 4 años. Entonces, es amigo.
She's known Johnny Depp for many years, about more than 4 years. And so he's a friend.
Pero también es mi cliente primero.
But first, and also, he is my client.
Este caso fue el más importante para él.
This case was the most important for him.
Entonces fue un honor para mí poder representarlo.
So it was an honor for her to be able to represent him.
Camille creció en un hogar latino, ya que su padre es colombiano y su madre cubana. Y nos cuenta.
Camille grew up in a Latino family that her, I'm sorry, let me go back a second.
Ya que su padre es colombiano.
That her father is Colombian.
Y su madre cubana.
And her mom is Colombian.
Los
Cuban.
recuerdos de su infancia.
Tu mamá es cubana, tu papá colombiano.
Your mom's Cuban, your dad's Colombiano.
Tú creciste en una casa latina y me imagino que en algún momento veías televisión en español.
That you grew up in a Latin household and you watched TV in Spanish.
Mi papá trabajó por Hilton Hotels.
My dad worked for Hilton Hotels.
Y yo crecí en un hotel.
And I grew up in a hotel.
Crecimos en el Anaheim Hilton y Towers.
We lived at the Anaheim Hilton and Towers.
Oh, mira esto.
Siempre teníamos nuestra casa en Buena Park, pero
we always had our house in Buena Park, but
crecimos como dos niñas en el hotel.
But we grew up essentially in the hotel, 2 girls.
Ahí cerca de Disneyland.
It was there near Disneyland.
¿En algún momento veías la televisión hispana, veías el Gordo y la Flaca o algo de eso?
Did you ever watch Spanish television like La Gordo Y La Flaca, which is the show she's on?
No el Gordo y la Flaca, pero Sábado Gigante.
She said actually not El Gordo Y La Flaca, but Sábado Gigante.
Francisco.
Don Francisco va a estar muy feliz con esto.
With a guy named Don Francisco, and then the guy says, oh, Don Francisco is going to be very happy to hear this.
Polita, todas las cosas estas que hacían en el show.
En este tiempo no, eso no se puede hacer.
Pero en aquel tiempo lo hacían.
Exactamente, pero todavía está cómico.
Aunque representa a esta gran estrella de Hollywood, desde hace 4 años, muchos al verla en televisión siendo tan cariñosa con él.
He's saying, even though she represented him, many people noticed her being very warm and cariñosa means kind of like affectionate towards him.
Comenzaron los rumores de que
And so the rumor started
un romance.
that they had a
Cuando tú
romance.
salías de la corte te preguntaban, te tiraban fotos, te hacían
The people from the court, they were asking you questions, they were taking photos of you,
preguntas. Tú no decías
and they were asking you questions about your relationship with Johnny. You didn't say anything back.
absolutamente nada. Nada
You
más
didn't respond.
sonreías.
You just smiled.
Nos directó.
And she's saying, well, the court directed us not to answer questions to the press as we're leaving the court.
Que no podíamos dar entrevistas
We were not
o
allowed
decir algo
we were not allowed to do interviews or say anything
en la corte.
Okay,
at the
cuéntame.
court.
Tú te levantabas, lo abrazabas, esto,
He said you would get up and hug him.
lo otro.
This
La
and that.
gente estaba pensando, muchos de ellos decían, ay, ¿tendrá algo con Johnny Depp?
So a lot of people watched this and said, does she have something with Johnny Depp, like a relationship?
Es mi amigo, pero primero es mi cliente.
It's my friend, but first he's my client.
Y él estaba pasando algo bien difícil.
And he was going through something very difficult.
Y yo quiero mucho a mis clientes.
And I really care about my clients.
Y soy hispana, a mí
And I'm Hispanic.
me gusta abrazar.
And I like to hug and be
tocar a la
affectionate.
gente.
Dale un beso, todo esto.
Ay, los besos no, pero
He goes giving them a kiss. And she goes, oh, I don't give him kisses.
le doy un abrazo porque él lo necesitaba.
And of course, I gave him a hug because he needed a hug.
¿Estabas segura que ibas a poder ganar este caso?
He asked, were you sure that you were going to be able to win this case?
we had hope that we would win.
Pensaban que sí lo iban a ganar.
Que podíamos ganar.
Sí.
She says in English, we have hope that we would win. And we did think that we were going to win.
Lo podíamos hacer. Porque lo más importante para Johnny fue poder decir la verdad.
The most important thing for Johnny was to tell the truth.
Finalmente.
Finally.
¿Y cómo tú celebraste?
And how did you celebrate?
Llamé a mis padres.
She said, I called my parents.
¿Fueron los primeros que tú llamaste, tu mamá y papá?
Sí, mi mamá y
¿Qué te dije?
The first thing I did was call my mom and dad.
Estaban speechless, me dijeron.
They were speechless.
Estamos speechless, no tenían las palabras.
They didn't have the words.
Llamé a mi hermana y mi nieta.
Then I called my sister and my niece.
Me dijo, bravo, tía.
And she said, bravo, auntie.
Mi corazón.
Finalmente salió que tú tenías novio.
Sí.
It came out finally that you have a boyfriend.
Hace unos días atrás. Que creo que es inglés él también, ¿no?
Sí.
And that came out a little late. He's referring to the rumors. And he's from Europe.
Él es de Inglaterra.
Yes, he's from Europe.
Muy bueno el muchacho y lo quiero mucho.
He's a great guy and I love him very much, she said.
¿Llevas mucho tiempo con tu novio?
Do you have a lot of time with your boyfriend? He asked her.
Nos conocimos en noviembre.
She said we met in November.
¿Cómo le cambió la vida por completo este juicio a Camille Vasquez?
How did her whole life change for Camille Vasquez after this judgment or after this case?
Este juicio te ha cambiado por completo la vida. Ganaste un juicio siendo mujer y siendo de padres hispanos, de raíces hispanas.
He said, basically, you've become a star and you are from Hispanic parents.
Esto es un
And how has your life changed?
¿Cómo tú te sientes?
Sí, como dije, es un gran honor.
She says it's a great honor.
Y soy muy agradecida.
And she's very grateful for everybody that has given her so much support.
Cuando tú tienes una vida tan privada, ¿te preocupa ahora que quizás tu vida no va a ser tan privada?
You had a very private life before. Are you worried that your life is not going to be private anymore?
Claro.
Of course, she says.
Y yo nomás que estaba haciendo mi trabajo.
And she said, I was just doing my job.
Más importante para mí.
That's the most important thing for me.
Ha cambiado.
And my life has changed.
También le envía un mensaje a las mujeres que han sido abusadas. ¿Qué tú le dices a las mujeres?
What do you say to the women that have been abused?
De abogada de él y otras mujeres que también, oye, quizás de verdad han sido abusadas y que
let me back up a second because I didn't hear.
De abogada de él y otras mujeres que también, oye, quizás de verdad han sido abusadas y quieren llevar a una persona a la corte.
Que deben hablar.
So what do you say to women that have been abused and they want to report it? And she said they need to report it.
Y deben tener su día en la corte.
And they should have their day in court.
Eso es importante.
It's very important.
Tenemos las cortes en este país para que las mujeres
we have the courts in this country.
Y otros víctimas que pueden decir algo me pasó.
Okay, hang on. Sorry, guys. I missed that.
En este país para que las mujeres y otros víctimas que pueden decir.
She's saying we have the courts so that other women and other victims can speak.
Algo me pasó.
And say something happened to me.
Dice que esto quizás le va a afectar a las mujeres para llevar un caso contra.
He's saying there's some people that are saying that this is going to affect people that want to speak out against domestic abusers.
Un esposo o otra persona
of their husbands.
¿Tú crees que esto verdaderamente puede pasar?
He said, do you think that it's going to affect that in a negative way?
No.
She says no.
Yo creo que todos los casos son diferentes.
She's saying every case is different.
Y se tienen que tratar.
And they need to be treated as such.
Así. También la violencia doméstica no tiene género.
She's saying that domestic violence doesn't have a gender.
Perdió, ganó una parte, pero perdió el caso.
He's saying Amber Heard won one little piece, but she really lost the case.
Ella tiene que pagar un dinero que no tiene.
She has to pay money that she doesn't have.
Eso es lo que dice.
¿Qué va a pasar ahora?
And then Camille goes, that's what she says. She's saying she doesn't know. She doesn't know. Camille kind of sarcastically says that's what Amber says, that she doesn't have any money.
¿Se han puesto en contacto con tu firma de abogados, los abogados de ella, para hacer un arreglo?
Have you guys been in touch with Amber Heard's people to see if you're going to do a settlement or make some type of arrangement, like payment arrangement?
Todavía no,
She's
pero
like, not yet, but
esto nunca era del dinero para
this was never about money for Johnny.
Johnny. Lo más importante para él es poder decir lo que pasó en esta
The most important thing for him is to say what happened
relación y decir la
during
verdad.
that relationship and tell the
Esta joven
truth.
se ha convertido en una estrella, pero lo más importante es que es un ejemplo de una mujer latina que
He's saying Camille Vasquez has become a star, but the most important thing is to share that she's a Latina woman. Sorry, I'm getting emotional because she's just really inspiring, and I'm like, just
con mucho esfuerzo llegó a donde está
and with a lot of work, she got to where she is.
en el día de hoy. ¿Tú pensabas antes de tomar este juicio que te ibas a convertir en tan popular?
Did you know that when you took this case, you were going to become so popular?
No,
She says no.
fue algo, una sorpresa de la vida.
That was a surprise of a
No,
lifetime.
Nunca pensé, nunca me imaginé
She never thought, she never imagined
que mi vida se iba a cambiar,
that her life would change
como se cambió.
the way it changed. Okay. Wow, she is such a badass. Camille's accent is bad. You know, I used to represent, or used to work with Canelo Alvarez, and I think an interviewer, I don't know if they made fun of him, but he got interviewed and they asked him what makes him different from other people, other boxers. And he was trying to say, my heart, but they thought he said my hair because of his accent. And the reason why probably he didn't want to speak English anymore on interviews is because you don't want to get made fun of. So I applaud Camille, regardless of her accent, that she went on there, because she is showing how proud she is of her Hispanic heritage. And I think that is so cool. When I went on Tucker Carlson to talk about my case against Taylor Lorenz, I said a quote in Spanish. I said, hay leyes, pero falta justicia. There's laws, but no justice. And I think that it's important to share where you come from, and hopefully other women of Hispanic descent are inspired. There's no reason why not to be, by Camille Vasquez. And yeah, so I just wanted to share that interview with you guys, and hopefully the sound was okay and you got something out of it. All right. See you guys later. Follow me on like and subscribe, I guess, and add me on Instagram and Twitter. I'm Little Miss Jacob. See you later. Oh, and I'm just going to say, si hablo español, yo soy mexicana, yo nací en México DF. De los 2 años yo vine aquí. Bueno, creo que a lo mejor de los 4 años, pero soy mexicana, nací en México DF. I was born in Mexico City. My father died when I was 2 years old, and we moved to the United States, and my mom married an American who adopted me, and I'm very grateful and happy to be living in the United States. But I also am grateful for my heritage and where I come from, and I want to support other Latina, Hispanic women and just young entrepreneurs in general. So, okay, now I'm really going to leave.